in Tarpon Springs this morning, and Jennifer Epstein, I'm going to tell you about a wonderful organization. I don't know if you've ever done any work with these folks, but I'm going to tell you all about wheelchairs for kids. You ever worked with them, Jen?
Yes, I have.
No, good. What a great organization. Oh, nice. I'm glad. Probably Madeline, who started this thing. So Wheelchairs for Kids, it started out as Madeline, her husband, noticed that they were doing other charity events and they would see kids there, and then sometimes the wheelchairs would just be put together with duct tape and holding on, and they'd be wobbling around. And those things are very expensive. So they said, we don't want to see any child in a wheelchair that isn't suitable and isn't working properly. So they started providing wheelchairs for people who need a little assistance. And then that program has grown so much over the years. Now they do something called Wheelie Fun Days.
Oh.
Wheelie Fun Days. Because they basically created this community of families they would meet and helping them get wheelchairs. Well, let's do something else with them. Let's give them a fun day out. And sometimes they'll take them to the Bucks training camp or WWE, or they'll take them skiing with adaptive equipment. They did that. They took a big group out to Colorado and went skiing. Wow. Because sometimes these kids that end up in wheelchairs, they don't get the kind of camaraderie that another child might get. And they want to stop that as well. So going to tell you all about Wheelchairs for Kids in their brand new headquarters here in Tarpon Springs. They moved to some new offices. They're very proud of those. We'll tell you about this great group and what they're doing.
Yeah,
Have a good day with Wheelchairs for Kids.
All right, Charlie. Thank you.
Charley Belcher this morning. Hey, Charlie. Oh.
Good day to you, Laura. This is a bit of a mascot at Wheelchairs for Kids. This is Wheelson. They have a really fun time playing with words here at Wheelchairs for Kids. You'll see that again, especially when I tell you about Wheelie Fun Days that they offer here. But Wheelchairs for Kids is all about providing children with the best possible wheelchair they can have for families in need. It's expensive equipment, and not everybody can get the latest and greatest. So Wheelchairs for Kids want to make sure no one goes without. Stick around, everybody. I'm going to tell you how this organization came to be when Good Day Tampa Bay continues from Tarpon Springs this morning. Well, Russell, who takes a group of kids in wheelchairs on a ski trip? Who does that? Wheelchairs for Kids. That's who does that. You'll meet them. I'll tell you all about this organization, how it began when Good Day Tampa Bay continues. Good day, Tampa Bay. Happy Tuesday to you. It was last summer. I got a phone call from a friend of mine named Julie Weintraub, who said, I need you to help me. We got a scheduling conflict. I need you to step in at a charity event where it's a jail and bail thing. They put donors in a little jail cell, and celebrity judges decide if they've raised enough money for a local charity and they can go back home, or if they got to go back in the slammer, make some more phone calls, and raise some more money for this charity. But that sounds like fun. I'll sit in judgment. And I showed up and met this woman right here named Madeline. The event was for Wheelchairs for Kids. And Madeline, I fell in love with this organization as soon as I saw the kids there that day, the smiles on faces, and understood the difference you're making in this community and beyond this community.
Well, thank you.
Let's tell everybody how Wheelchairs for Kids got started.
Well, it all started 12 years ago. I had been working in charities for 12 years prior to that, and I saw a lot of kids in chairs that were falling apart. They were too small, just in really bad shape, and started doing some research and then complaining to my husband that something needed to be done. And he said, after so much complaining, to go ahead, quit your job. We'll start a charity ourselves. We started it in the spare bedroom. We used his 401k to start it, and here we are now.
Wow. And to date, and this is kind of where it started, but it has evolved from then. But how many new wheelchairs have you provided for families in the short time the charity's been up and running?
We've done about 1,200 chairs, actually over 1,200 chairs since inception. The first year we did 17 chairs because it was just me by myself in a spare bedroom trying to figure everything out.
Right.
But now with our staff and everything that works really hard and are really dedicated, we're doing over 200 kids a year.
That's fantastic. I mean, these chairs are they're high tech, they're expensive, the kids grow, they outgrow them, and it can really be a burden on a lot of families.
Oh, you have no idea. There's such a challenge for our families. Insurance and Medicaid will only pay for a chair every 5 years, so the kids outgrow them, and they're too small, and that can lead to all kinds of medical issues, scoliosis, respiratory problems, and, of course, depression disorders.
And now you've expanded, you have these really fun days, because you built this community, you built this family that you provide these wheelchairs for, and it becomes like a support group almost, and you're able to then give them great adventures.
Yes, absolutely. We have a great support system from the community, and of course our families they're actually one big family now. They've learned so much from each other. They actually lean on each other and share resources and that type of thing. But yeah, we take them out for fun events, several of them each year. We take them indoor skydiving, water skiing, and of course to Colorado to go snow skiing.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. And you've also helped modify some homes.
Yes.
You help.
We try.
You help, my friend. The website, wheelchairsforkids.org. That's how you can get involved. You want to give them a help. Wheelchairsforkids.org. We're going to continue to tell you more about this wonderful organization when Good Day Tampa Bay continues from their brand new headquarters here in Tarpon Springs. With Charley Belcher. Hi. Hello, Russell. Kids come in all shapes and sizes, right? So it makes sense if they need a little mobility assistance, they need to come in all shapes and sizes too. Some provide a more comfortable seated position. Some allow the kids to actually stand up and give them a sense of even more freedom. That's where Wheelchairs for Kids comes in, because insurance won't always pay for this in a timely fashion. And, well, the kids need what the kids need. Thank goodness for Wheelchairs for Kids. We'll talk about some of the things they're doing for and with the kids when Good Day Tampa Bay continues from Tarpon Springs. Good Day Tampa Bay. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Charley Belcher coming to you from Tarpon Springs today from the new headquarters of Wheelchairs for Kids. They work tirelessly. Nina is in programs manager here at Wheelchairs for Kids, which means you do what, Nina?
I work directly with the families, so I think I've got the best job here. We work directly with the families, we get to know them, get to know their needs, and follow up and actually deliver that life-changing equipment to each family.
We are surrounded by some of that equipment that you say is life-changing, and when you really get into the details of what insurance will pay for and when, it's enough to
drive you crazy.
Yes, it make you angry and frustrated. Yes. And then imagine if you're the parent of a child, seeing you know what that child needs, yes, and you got somebody somewhere saying, "We're not going to pay for that."
Yeah.
That's where you step in. Tell me, and like something like this can change the life of a child with some mobility
This
issues.
helps a child actually stand up and move around independently. And being in a standing position is not only something we take for granted, but it helps bone density, it helps digestion, it helps blood circulation. The fact that they're moving around and doing some form of exercise it helps digestion, it helps blood circulation. The fact that they're moving around and doing some form of exercise helps cardiovascular. It's amazing. Yeah. And kids get to explore the world around them independently.
You see a different height.
It's amazing.
See one from a little different,
Yes.
3 feet difference. It makes a big difference.
It does.
So that one, the child is actually behind, and the face would be about here. There's one, the black one over there, where most of the equipment is kind of behind the child's in front of it, giving them, again, a different sense.
What's really amazing about that one, when we gave it to a family, he said, he can walk up to the door and open it on his own. That walker has nothing in front of them, so they are free to explore the world right up against their body.
Wow. It has to be incredibly rewarding, and I guess, what are the challenges in your job, Nina?
Oh, money.
We're going to talk about that in the next segment.
Finding the right equipment for every child. I get a lot of stories that really break my heart. And I also get the biggest reward because I get to change a kid's life. I get to give them the equipment and change their parents' life as well. We recently had a child that he's got spina bifida, and for 2 years, the family has fought insurance trying to get him a wheelchair, and they just kept denying it. And we were able to provide him a wheelchair after he'd been in the wheelchair for 7 years.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Children grow.
Yeah, any parent out there, try to keep them in shorts and shoes for 7 years. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Nina, thank you for what you do. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Wheelchairsforkids.org, right? With the number 4. Wheelchairs4kids.org. And we'll talk exactly how you can help them achieve their goals, Laura Moody, in the next segment. Of course, it takes fundraising.
I know it does. And listen, and I couldn't help but notice all those pictures that Jay was showing along the wall. Those kids have their arms upstretched and out to the sky, kind of like they're free. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. It's giving them freedom in many ways, absolutely.
All right.
As much as they can.
As much as they can. All right. We'll talk to you later, Charlie. Thank you. Stay with us.
Russell Rhodes, look at this very cool picture. Former Buccaneers tight end Rob Gronkowski making somebody smile, and the person smiling there, that is Angelina. She's the superstar in that picture. Yes. And she's right here this morning to tell us how much she appreciates wheelchairs for kids. You might have noticed she's sitting in one. That actually came from Wheelchairs for Kids. We'll talk to her about that when Good Day Tampa Bay continues. Big smile. Good Day Tampa Bay. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Charley Belcher coming to you from Tarpon Springs. We're at Wheelchairs for Kids. I want you to meet my brand new friend, Angelina, here. We've been hitting it off. We've been talking football. Although, can I tell them what you told me about Rob Gronkowski?
Yeah, you can.
She's like, I had no idea who that was.
I had no clue who that was. I'm so sorry, Bucks fans, but I really had no clue who that was.
That's okay, girl. That's all right. But your mother knew who that was, right?
Oh, she's a big fan.
Yeah. She was a little excited about that.
Yeah, she was.
I've never met him. Nice guy, though.
Yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah.
Like, very, very tall.
Really tall.
Giant.
Giant.
Like his hand is the size of my forearm.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like giant.
Better to catch the football with.
Yeah.
Well, he was nice because he also left that behind, by the way, which is a check for $7,500.
Super generous.
Yes, super generous, super nice. And that money goes to buy kids wheelchairs or help them modify their home or help them modify a wheelchair. You're an example of that, Angelina. You are sitting in, I think, your third wheelchair.
Yes.
From Wheelchairs for Kids. This one is electric.
Yes.
But it also folds up easily. It's right for an electric wheelchair, right?
Yes, it is. It could fold into the back of my dad's very small car. So that's...
Sorry, Dad. He's called
Sorry.
your dad out with a very small car.
Sorry.
The point is you don't have to have one of those big conversion vans.
Yeah.
Around.
Actually, I had one, but it broke, and we have a 400-pound power chair that can't go anywhere unless we have a van.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the whole reason we have Wheelchairs for Kids, let's talk about the first. So the first time you had to get a wheelchair, the hospital gives you one. And what did it say on the back of that wheelchair, Angelina?
Oh my God. It said Joshua on it.
It said Joshua.
My name's not Joshua.
No, we've established that. It's Angelina.
Many people called me Joshua because it said Joshua.
Okay.
And it was in cursive and in pink on the back.
Well, okay. Interesting choices there. But Angelina, let's just talk about that. So she's about to be 14 years old. So there you are a few years ago, middle school or elementary school at the time?
Elementary? Yeah.
So you gotta go back to elementary school, and okay, first of all, you're sitting in a wheelchair, and second of all, it says Joshua on the back of it.
Yeah, that really sucks. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well said. Let's just say it is what it is. So, and it also, beyond that, it didn't fit you.
No, it was very small.
Yeah.
And I get bigger, as people do.
What?
Yeah.
People get bigger? Kids get bigger?
Yes.
Yes, they do. So, fortunately, Wheelchairs for Kids was able to get you in something that fits you, that suits your needs, that is light, can be transported, and that means a big difference, right, to your
Yeah,
life?
it means a lot because now I can move and I don't need a giant van with a giant wheelchair, and I can just do everyday life without having to worry about those things.
I love that. Well, you keep doing that everyday life to the best of your ability, my dear. Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wheelchairsforkids.org. Wheelchairs, number 4, kids.org. We'll talk about how you can help this organization do what they do when Good Day Tampa Bay continues. Ashley.
Charley Belcher, one more time. These kids have been amazing this morning, Charlie.
Yeah, it really is. it's a neat organization, Wheelchairs for Kids. It hasn't been around that long. It's kind of a little engine that could started out of those right reasons, the rightest of reasons. There was a couple that said, "Dunk on it, somebody ought to do something about that." So they did, and that was the fact that there were too many children in wheelchairs that didn't fit them, or they were breaking down, or the family couldn't afford to upgrade because insurance is insurance and it's a big issue. So they created Wheelchairs for Kids, and they have been providing all sorts of devices for children with mobility issues. But of course, you can imagine all this is quite expensive. That's where we come in. They've got plenty of fundraising opportunities happening this year. We'll take a look at what's on their calendar when Good Day Tampa Bay continues from Wheelchairs for Kids in Tarpon Springs. Good Day Tampa Bay. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Charley Belcher coming to you from Tarpon Springs today. We are visiting Wheelchairs for Kids, great charitable organization, been around a few years now, providing assistance to families with children in wheelchairs. If they've outgrown them, they need them to be adaptive, maybe they need some help with a ramp in the house at home. They do all those sorts of things, especially where insurance fails. They kind of pick up the slack, especially if a child is outgrowing a wheelchair. Insurance won't pay for them sometimes, or once every 5 years. They step in to provide a little help. They also do things called Wheelie Fun Days, because they've now formed a bit of a family here, dealing with these families of children with mobility issues. So it's become like one big support group. So they'll take trips, maybe they'll go skiing, water skiing, maybe they'll play some sled hockey. They do all those sorts of things. Well, all of that, of course, costs money. That's where Lisa comes in. Director of Development, Queen of the Fundraising. That's what it might as well say on your card, Lisa.
That is it.
So, how can people help? We met Angelina in the last segment, and my goodness, what a superstar. And she's talking about her electric wheelchair that is a new one. It's collapsible. Can get in her dad's small car, as she said. All those things, wonderful. They're not cheap. How can people help?
Well, year-round, they can help through our Guardians of the Wheel Kids Club. And it's a membership program. It's a monthly reoccurring donation. And it can be $10, $15, $20, whatever you can afford. Lots of people feel that their budget doesn't allow them to give to charity. And this is totally, give up one specialty coffee a week.
Yeah.
And you got that.
Right.
That's an easy way everybody can do. In the month of February, we are the charity of choice for Roundup. It's Charlie's Steakhouse, Talk of the Town Restaurants, and it's Roundup for Charity. So the whole month of February, everybody who eats at one of their restaurants can round up their check, and that money comes to Wheelchairs for Kids.
Valentine's Day a week from today. If you've got reservations at Charlie's Steakhouse for Valentine's next week, round that up, and Wheelchairs for Kids will get the money.
That's right.
Oh, that's great.
You'll look really good to your date. If
Right? Yeah. Round up and then throw another 20 down. That's
There you
good.
go. There you go.
And then beyond that, Lisa.
Lastly, in July is our famous and my favorite Jail and Bail.
Yes.
You know about
I
this.
did. Got introduced to that last summer.
Yes. We recruit local businessmen, politicians, some celebrities, and they become felons for the day. And they get arrested. We make a makeshift jail in Eddie V's Steakhouse, and we arrest them. We've got a central booking room. We've got the orange jumpsuits, and they call all their friends, family, and colleagues to get bailed out of jail. And eventually they have to go before the judges and plead their case and see if they're going to let them out of jail. If they haven't raised bail, they might get sent back.
And last year we raised a lot of money. I don't know if you know off the top of your head, but it was a
About $200 and some $1,000.
yeah, raised over $200,000 in
Yeah.
that one event
It
alone.
was pretty
And again, it sounds like a giant number. And then you start thinking about how much these chairs cost and how much good that can do. Lisa, thank you very much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
all of that information. Wheelchairs for number 4 kids. Wheelchairsforkids.org if you want to get involved with any of those sorts of fundraising ideas and help them out with their cause.
Okay, Charlie, thanks. This was good today. Really nice. Thank you. All right, much more to come.
Good afternoon, I'm Charley Belcher coming to you from Tarpon Springs today. We're visiting the headquarters of Wheelchairs for Kids, a great local nonprofit. And I say local, but they're actually making a difference all across the country. I want you to meet Madeline, who created Wheelchairs for Kids really not that long ago in the grand scheme of things, right, Madeline?
We're going to be 12 years old.
Yeah, 12 years, which is fantastic,
Yes.
but really still baby steps in the grand scheme of setting up a big organization like this. Let's go back to how it all started. How was Wheelchairs for Kids created, Madeline?
Well, I worked with children's charities for several years and just found that we kept seeing kids in chairs that were too small, they were falling apart, they just weren't appropriate for the child. And I used to complain about it to my husband, and he just said, you know, you've talked about it long enough, why don't you quit your job? We used his 401k and got this started.
Wow.
Out of the spare bedroom.
Yeah, the spare bedroom of your house. You've grown now to some beautiful headquarters here, new headquarters in Tarpon Springs, and you've also been able to change a lot of lives. How many wheelchairs have you provided to families in need now?
Over 1,200.
Wow.
And the first year we did 17, and now we're doing over 200 every year. So that just shows you the growth.
And what is the mission for Wheelchairs for Kids?
We're dedicated to helping children with physical disabilities, and we do that through 2 different programs. One we call Let's Roll, and that's all about mobility and accessibility. That's where you get the equipment, the wheelchairs, the gait trainers, therapy trikes, and also do home modifications, whether it be a ramp or put in a roll-in shower. And we also do vehicle modifications. In addition, we have our Wheelie Fun Days, which is an inclusion program, and that's where we take the kids out for fun events, things that they never dreamed they'd be able to do. We've taken them water skiing using adaptive skis. We've taken them to do sled hockey, indoor skydiving. Bucks training camp is always a big one.
Yeah.
And, you know, we even go skiing in Colorado.
It's really amazing and wonderful because you've in essence formed this community of families. It's become like a big support group.
Yes, that's one of the biggest benefits that I really see is seeing the kids form true friendships that are going to last a lifetime. You know, our kids don't get invited to regular birthday parties, but they go to each other's now.
Right.
Our kids don't get to go to the movies and that type of thing. They're on the sidelines a lot. This gets them involved and making friendships, and also the parents as well, you know, get to know each other and get to share resources and, you know, talk about the different challenges that they have.
And when you talk about wheelchairs for kids, well, we see these different devices here. They come in different shapes and sizes as do the children, and they grow, and sometimes what they need this year, they might need something different a couple of years from now. Obviously, that's all expensive. Insurance doesn't always cooperate the way the families would like them to. So you have fundraisers throughout the year, and people can help you.
Absolutely, yes. We've got working with Charlie's Steakhouse right now and Talk of the Town restaurants in Central Florida. We are the Roundup charity for the month of February, so if you're going out for dinner, choose a Talk of the Town restaurant and round up your check.
That's great. That's an easy way to do it. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Madeline, thank you very much. Yeah, Valentine's Day is a week from today. So if you got Valentine's reservations at Charlie's Steakhouse, round that bill up, and it comes here to Wheelchairs for Kids. You can also go to their website, wheelchairs4kids.org, and you can see upcoming fundraisers. You can hear some more success stories, and you can get involved if you so choose. We'll put wheelchairsforkids.org and fox13news.com to make it easy for you. Charley Belcher, Fox 13 News.
Look at that smile. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good way to describe our weather right now, too.